I knew the whole female remakes weren't over, but never in a million years would I have guessed that next in line would be the Ocean's movies. Now, unlike Ghostbusters, where I just recently became a fan, I have always been a fan of the Ocean's movies for as long as I can remember. Not only does it have one of the best casts to ever grace a film, but it was more than just a typical heist movie. It had fantastic writing, great character building, and really smart humor that you will never find in modern movies today, and you definitely won't find it in the female remake. Why does Hollywood feel the need to take established franchises and pointlessly gender swap them? Oh, it's to show that females are strong too, and they don't always need to rely on men. Well, do you know what? I am sick of that bullshit argument. To this day, we still see women in movies fighting and performing alongside males, and one of the many reasons they work and they have a fan base is because they are original characters and they aren't just gender swaps. Oh, but Eric, I don't care what you say. As far as I'm concerned, if you don't like the idea of the female cast, then you are just a sexist pig. Well, if you stop and think for a second, have you ever considered that maybe the movie studios are the sexist ones? Not only have they constantly tried to get away with paying women actors a lot less than men, but in the studio's eyes, women can't make a franchise on their own to save their lives. In order to succeed, they need a leg up from an existing and already established male franchise. That's how worthless they think you women are. To them, you are incapable of having a franchise of your own, so screw it, we'll just reboot an existing popular franchise like we usually do and just throw some women in there. If anyone has a problem with it, easy, we'll just call them sexist and misogynist. Also, apparently Warner Brothers think they will not experience the same backlash with this female remake that Sony did with Ghostbusters. A Warner Brothers member of the project said, "The Ocean's franchise is better poised for the gender swap than Ghostbusters, given that it is a frothy heist film aimed at adults rather than fanboy-skewing action property with supernatural elements based on a movie that some now consider sacrosanct." So he or she is basically saying that the Ocean's movies have a far more gullible, mature audience that will be more accepting of our completely forced corporate decision. Well, we know that they don't believe that. Once the studio hears the inevitable backlash, they will accuse all of us of being sexist in no time. And contrary to the studio's belief, do you know what the funny thing is? I actually don't mind the idea of movies starring only female leads. 3 members of this cast are great choices. The rest suck. I mean, Helena, Bonham, Carter, Rihanna. Are you freaking kidding me? Them aside, the concept could work, so long as it's original. But once they decided to do a gender swap on an already established franchise, I was immediately turned off by the idea. Much like Ghostbusters, it's banking on the name of the original franchise. And after the controversy that came with the female Ghostbusters, Warner Brothers have a damn nerve to start this all over again. Also, don't try to convince me it's gonna be good. I already know this remake in comparison is gonna suck. The Ocean's trilogy came out in a time when writers and directors knew how to incorporate characteristics and humor with skill and effort. But nowadays, it's all just lame sex jokes and gross out humor. The Ocean's trilogy are the definition of family movies, and a big part of its identity lies in the use of great comedy, the natural and hilarious character interactions, and it is one of the prime examples that you can make funny movies without the need of basing it around lame, repetitive, and poorly written sex jokes. Even if this movie wanted to, it would not be able to better the originals, and hence there is no reason for it to exist. But do you know what the really scary thing is? I am now convinced that if they are going to make a gender-swapped remake completely out of left field like this, then there is no telling what they'll reboot next. Thanks for watching, guys. Apologies for the delay on my Suicide Squad review. Rest assured, I'm still working on it. It's just when I heard about this, I had to make a video about it. Regardless, my Suicide Squad review should be up very soon, and one of the things I'll be talking about that practically no other reviewer has is the complete and utter lack of Joker throughout the entire film. You will definitely want to hear what I have to say about that. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch all of you next time. Take care.